They had the out or corner pattern covered right on top, and even the deep pattern. The kid will tell you he baited him into throwing it, but really he was beat by a couple yards, and the ball's underthrown. But what an athletic play to go up there and get that ball. But that anytime I see that second pattern covered, I'm just jumping for joy.
So right off the mat, Cherokee with the turnover, and just as we talked in the pregame, Sam, already a turnover for Shawnee. At the 37-yard line, here's Boria off the left side, across the 40 to the 42, 43-yard line. He's just been outstanding. Brandon Boria, and he's only a sophomore.
And all they need to do is keep doing this and lull Shawnee to sleep, and when they want to take their shot at the end zone, they will. But none too soon.
Pickup of 6 yards. Billy Osborne, the quarterback. Boria again gets the call. Straight up the gut. Appears to have enough for the first down. And he does. So if you've seen them this season, this is Cherokee. This is what they do. Boria up the middle, Boria to the outside, Boria receiving. He can do it all with the double slot formation on a first down from the 48-yard line. Osborne throws it. One-hand reception along the left sideline by Bartram into Shawnee territory. But there is a marker.
That's interesting, because I was just about to say, Cherokee does not beat themselves with plays that aren't simple. You know, their playbook's the same week to week. They make minor adjustments, but their strength is that everyone knows what they're doing at all times, and then they come with a more high-risk play right there.
Still talking it over. No indication as of yet.
Against Shawnee.
A personal foul, roughing the passer is the call.
A 15-yard penalty
Against Shawnee.
Tony, I think you mentioned two things that they can't do. Turn the ball over and hurt themselves right now. Cherokee doesn't need any help.
Ball's going to be placed down just outside the 32-yard line, or right at the 32-yard line of Shawnee. 15-yard walk-off.
The Cherokee quarterback tonight is number 12, William Osborne.
Billy Osborne has Boria in the backfield, Tyler Bartram, Chima Opara, Mark Phillips, and Caden Birdie. The skill positions, and they all are very good. First down at the 32-yard line. Boria resets. Osborne with a snap. Osborne sets, throws deep down the right side. This one too far, intended for Bartram at the 5-yard line. Covering was Ethan Krause for Shawnee.
Yeah, he threw a fade and he ran a skinny post. There was one of those two had a missed assignment.
So it brings up second down and 10 from the 32 of Shawnee. Trips to the right side. The give off the left side to Boria. Boria breaks tackles to the 25. 26 is where they're going to put it down. But Boria, you look at him, Sam, and he's not that big. He's kind of short. He's husky, but he has tremendous power, even though he doesn't have that big size.
That's right. He makes himself small, and they just bounce off of him. I mean, after contact, at least half his yards he's getting.
Shawnee nearly jumped. They don't throw the flag. Now Osborne looking to the sideline to get the play. Sure, they want to see what the defense is that Shawnee is showing, and now they have the play to counteract it. Osborne sets, throws deep down the right side, and this one is caught, but was he in bounds?
With no free safety, they're going to do that all day.
Yes, he was in bounds, and that was Birdie on the reception. He's done that a lot. We saw him do that against the Hun School last week.
And that's the thing. They're not going to come out here with a totally different look. They're going to come out here with what you've seen in practice, in games.
So the touchdown. And now they'll try the extra point. Fitzgerald to attempt. High snap, boot, and it is good.
Point after attempt is good by number 93, Michael Fitzpatrick.
So Cherokee draws first blood. They're on top 7-0 with 7:47 left in the opening quarter. The Mark McKenna team has nearly 3 decades of experience in Burlington and Camden counties with 12 licensed team members. Technology and personal service have made the Mark McKenna team the top producing group in the region. They've always called Marlton home. The Mark McKenna team has more than 700 5-star reviews on Zillow and is exceeding safely at the highest level throughout the pandemic. Be sure to visit markmckennateam.com and call Mark at 856-983-0704 for any of your real estate needs. So just that quickly, off the turnover, they cash it in.
Tell you what, Shawnee right here, they found 2 things they can do because Cherokee is so disciplined. They're just going to drop to their zones, and they can run those slants. They can run those ends. If they're patient with the mixing up the run plays and the short passes, they should be able to move the ball.
The kickoff going to be taken by Cone. Cone slants to his right, has room across the 25, and he's dumped at the 30-yard line. So a nice run back there by Cone as they had some blocking along the right side and able to advance.
You can get you a spark anywhere you can. I mean, special teams is as good as any. They need to march down the field right here, take what they're given. And those tough running receivers will make a play.
First down from the 30-yard line, trailing it now 7-0. The Renegades looking to put some points on the board. Rebstock gets the call, cuts inside, picks up a couple to the 32. Actually was able to plant the foot there, Sam, and take it inside the blocker upfield.
Yeah, it's a stretch play. You run to the side, you pick your hole, you plant your foot, and you hit it. So they can run that play 3 times, and I may hit 3 different spots.
So a slot formation to the left side, sort of a stack to the left side. Somerville to the right at 6'5". Here's Wellesley being rushed, able to elude one tackler, in trouble, grabbed at the 32-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage, and he's dumped.
Matt Wellesley on the quarterback keeper.
They're definitely able to apply pressure at key moments. I mean, Shawnee's going to have to start timing that up like they did last time with the double slant.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 6. Again, coming out of the slot formation to the left side.
It's a good time for the sprint left pass. There to go.
Wellesley sets, comes back to the right side. This one is complete. Complete at the 32-yard line and bumped out of bounds at the 39-yard line, but he's going to be short.
Oh,
Dean Bayless on the reception.
They gave it to him.
Oh, they did give it to him. Okay.
That's a good call. I'm surprised they didn't leak a lineman out there to keep going, but if you're just trying to get the first, you use your athleticism and put your head down and get the first. Good call.
So the roll to the left side, as you called it, Sam, but then coming back to the right.
Right. So if I was on defense, they would have got me too.
Slot formation to the left side. Wellesley rolling left, has time, sets, throws deep down the right side, intended for Van Steeg again, but well covered on the play.
Intended for number 15, Ian Versteeg.
Birdie on the coverage.
They're stride for stride, even a step ahead, but I don't see the arm on the quarterback right now to put it out there. I mean, if he's going to do that, he needs to throw it earlier. He's rolling, outside the tackle box, maybe just 2 steps and put it up. He's waiting too long for that play, just like he did on the interception earlier.
Double slot here. 2nd and 10. Wellesley, again, really good protection, fires to the right sideline. It's complete. Across the 40 to the 44-yard line, Rebstock makes the reception.
I actually like what they're doing because, you know, they're taking their hits downfield, although they should do it earlier, but they are getting their 3 and 4 yards at a time. And they're still keeping themselves in the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Renegades.
But that'll bring up a 3rd and 6. So key play here is they have good field position at the 44, their own 44-yard line, but they'd like to pick up this first down here. Again, the double slot formation. Wellesley quickly throws. It's complete at the 48-yard line, but again, this one I think will be short, and it will be.
Now, that's in Wellesley's wheelhouse. All right, that 5 to 10 yard direct pass, he can zip that in there. Okay, that's something I can see he can do.
So a big-time decision for Tim Gashu, the coach of Shawnee. Will he be punting the football here, or will he be going for it? Looks like he's going to be going for it. 4th and a little bit more than a yard.
Just trying to draw him off sides, looks like. And then they'll run it.
Rebstock moves into the backfield. He gets the call straight up the middle. Depends on the mark, but the official from the far side moving in appears to give him the first down.
Now, they have the ability to run anywhere when they're running, you know, for 4th and 1, 3rd and 1. That means they saw something with their offensive guard and that D tackle right there. He might be getting underneath him. So we're going to look forward in the game to see where they run when they really need the yards.
Of course, their left guard is the aforementioned Mike Jarvis, about 6'5", 260, and they ran behind him.
Well, there you go.
Mark it at the 49-yard line of Cherokee. Here's Wellesley going to take it himself. Has room. Past the line of scrimmage. Inside the 45-yard line, continues driving to the 43-yard line, so a designed QB run there and paid dividends.
I really like how they're mixing these plays up. You know, they're short-hitting passes. They're going to take a shot downfield to keep you honest. The quarterback keepers, they're keeping that Cherokee defense on its heels when they like to dictate the game by blitzing from different sides.
Pickup of 7, 2nd down, and 3 from the 43 of Cherokee. 7-0. The Chiefs lead it. Wellesley, Rebstock, he's got the first down. Powers inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Again, a good cut there, good decision by Rebstock.
I was a little worried about it being side to side in the beginning, but you know what? They're giving their offensive linemen time to get on the block, then start moving the defender. So, you know what? I like the play call so far.
At the 38-yard line of Cherokee, slot formation to the right side. Wellesley directing the show here. Has done well on this drive. Gives off to Dean Vilas. Picks up a couple, maybe 3. They seem to be running that same type, as you call it, stretch play and then cutting it up right side, left side, and so far it's working.
Yep. Now, depending on the speed of the back, you know, sometimes you want to see them take that to the corner just to stretch the defense out. But in terms of reading it correctly, that was the correct read.
Eric Hartman in the game now for the Renegades with a double slot formation. Wellesley again going to take it himself. Again has room inside the 45 to the 32-yard line. Should say inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. That'll bring up a manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 4. But this might be 4-down territory for them. They went on it 4th down last time.
If this was another year and the records were similar, you could see them even going for a deep shot here. But I think this year they're going to try and take 2 downs to get the first if they don't get it right here.
Well, they've had success throwing it to the flats in the passing game. Let's see how they play it here.
The slants are open right here.
Double slot formation. Wellesley looking right. Complete to Vander. Inside the 30-yard line, and he's bumped out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Versteeg, I should say, making the reception.
That's exactly what you do. You can do it to the flare or the flat, 5 yards behind the line or 5 yards past the line. Either way, it's open.
So Shawnee may have found the formula, at least on this drive, to solve that tough defense of Cherokee. Slot to the right side for the Renegades. The give off the left side. Webstock with room. Webstock has another first down.
I got a holding call there.
Yeah. By number 4, Ty Barker, but there is a penalty marker now.
Tony, you're right. The formula they found was this is a long drive. They haven't turned the ball over, and like we mentioned earlier, that's going to solve a lot of other problems.
But this is not what they were looking for, as it is a holding call against Shawnee. See where they place it down. The holding will be marked off from where it occurred.
So it's around the first down marker, so it should be back to the original line of scrimmage somewhere around there.
Haven't placed it down yet, but it is just about at the original line of scrimmage, so it's really, well, let's see when they mark it off. Where are they going to put it down? So they may have lost a couple of yards, it looks like, on the mark off.
Once again, it was holding against the Renegades.
Placed down at the 31-yard line of Cherokee. So it's not as if it's 1st and 20. It's only 1st and, and 12?
Right.
Brings up 1st and 13.
13 to be precise. So with 1:24 left in this first quarter of play, Shawnee calls time. They trail it 7-0. Our local title insurance and settlement services agency, Foundation Title, is proud to be a sponsor of Cherokee football. Whether you're purchasing your first home or refinancing your mortgage, Foundation Title is here to help you every step of the way. With an experienced staff of over 180 employees, they're focused on providing customers with excellent service while ensuring secure, timely, and accurate transactions. With 12 offices located throughout the state of New Jersey, you're never far from the expertise of Foundation Title. If you're purchasing a property, be sure to use New Jersey's #1 title agency, Foundation Title. Follow them on social media and visit their website, foundationtitle.com, today. Foundation Title, something to build on. So with 1:24 left in this opening quarter, the Renegades wanted to talk things over because this is very important here. They've got a situation where they've moved the football now at the 31-yard line of Cherokee, and they want to obviously cash in and get some points. Again, here is Wellesley. Up the middle, off the left side to the 27-yard line. And again, that left side is occupied by Henry Schwartz and Mike Jarvis, who's left guard.
Good for a gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 9.
These little shots, these little 3- and 4-yard gains are going to pay dividends later in the game if they can stay close.
Plus, they got to keep them honest, too, as far as not just teeing off in the passing game, although Wellesley has had relatively good protection.
Certainly.
Here's the snap. Being rushed, rolls left. Continues along the left sideline. He's hit and knocked out of bounds right about the 24-yard line. And he is elusive. That's what Brian Glatt's coach of Cherokee said. He's elusive. So we just can't let him get outside the pocket, and we have to contain him. And right there, he was able to get outside.
Yeah, that's a great point. Meaning they're going to flow hard when he gets out there. At some point, Shawnee's going to pick up on that and maybe have a throwback that should be wide open because everyone's flowing to where the quarterback is coming. They tried it once with a naked screen, but we'll see what happens.
So now 3rd down and 6. Slot to the right side. Wellesley fumbles, but able to recapture. Now rolling left. Throwing deep down the left side, intended for Somerville, incomplete.
Well, they just did what we talked about, Tony.
Wellesley's pass is intended for number 12, Nate Somerville.
Trying to use his 6'5 frame. They say, I'm going to throw it up there. And I don't care if you have 3 defenders around him. He's 6'5. He can go up and get it, but that wasn't the case.
I've had many conversations with my 6'5 and up basketball friends. They're saying, why don't you just always throw it to a 6'5 guy? It's not on how you can jump. It's on how you can jump when the ball gets there. So if you're coming down, or the defender, if he's 5'5", times it up right, he can knock it out. So it's timing and elevation.
So it's 4th down now and 6. They're going to go for it here, trailing at 7-0. Double slot formation one more time. For Wellesley with the snap, being rushed. He's grabbed, spins away,
Wide open.
throws on the run, touchdown. That was Luke Anderson making the reception, and as you said, he was wide open.
He was wide open. As soon as he eluded that first tackler, which was actually a great time blitz, everybody came off their man, and he was wide open in the back of the end zone.
So they'll look to tie it right here. Oliver Stern will attempt. Ball's placed down, booted, and it is good.
Point after attempt is good by number 94, Oliver Stern.
7-7 now.
11,
19.4 seconds left in this opening quarter. Evesham Mortgage is your hometown leader, committed to finding you the right mortgage product for your needs. Evesham Mortgage offers a full menu of mortgage options because they understand every borrower is different. With more than 50 years in the business, they make the process of securing a mortgage simple and straightforward. Visit eveshammortgage.com or call their trained professionals at 856-985-9944 to lock in your savings. Evesham Mortgage in Plaza 70 on East Route 70 in Marlton, preparing you for generations to come. So Shawnee able to answer the score of Cherokee, and they did it. It was a nice drive. As you said, they really mixed things up and were able to move the football pretty consistently against that Cherokee defense.
You know, if you just take a step back and look at the two drives, you have Cherokee who methodically marched down the field, and Shawnee who moved heaven to earth, you know, to get first downs and to get it in the end zone. So they overcame penalties and everything else. So the end result looks the same, but it was a lot more effort for Shawnee to score than Cherokee. So if they can keep that effort up, they should be able to keep it close.
Stern with the kick. Taken by Boria along the right sideline. Boria has room and knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Their own 45-yard line, but he can do it all. He's already had a kickoff that he's taken back for a touchdown this year. He's extremely quick, too. I mean, he's got power, but he's really quick. He gets to the sideline quickly and then just takes advantage.
Yeah, he has quick feet, and so he never really off balance that much. That's why after contact, he can still keep moving forward.
So Cherokee now with the football. We're all knotted up at 7-7, but they have excellent field position to start this drive at their own 45-yard line. Come out into slot formation to the left side. The rest of the team is tight. The toss goes to Boria, looking to swing wide. Makes the turn upfield, drives inside the 50, and a penalty marker is down. He's to the 48-yard line, but this one may be coming back.
Yeah, Shawnee wanted everybody on the eastern side of the United States to know that was holding.
Tackled by number 13, Ethan Kraus.
And the officials concur.
There is a penalty marker on the play. Penalty will be holding against the Chiefs. That is a 10-yard penalty from the start of the foul. The ball will be spotted back.
So a 10-yard walk-off against the Chiefs.
Now, that last formation was actually trips, and they put Mark Phillips at the tight end position there. I don't know. I thought they were trying to sneak him in there to have a tight end pot pass, but
that's the end of the first quarter of play with the score Cherokee and Shawnee all tied up. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors. and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commitment.
After the walk-off of the holding call, it's now 1st and 20. The ball right at the 35. Osborne, quick toss intended to the right side for Birdie, but couldn't hang on. Looked like that might have been deflected or came out of his hands funny.
Yeah, it was thrown a little bit behind him, and because it was thrown forward, he didn't jump on it because it was certainly not a lateral. But there's too much stuff going on over there. Shawnee followed all 3 receivers over there, which for that particular play is great. Now Cherokee has to say, okay, all I need to do is a double pass off of this with the pursuit that Shawnee's bringing.
So now 2nd down and 20. Osborne gives up the middle to Boria. Boria pounds across the 40, still driving to the 42-yard line. But still, that's going to bring up 3rd and 14. So if you're Shawnee, you're saying to yourself, okay, we got an opportunity to get them off the field and get the football back.
And you just keep it in front of you, okay? If it's a run, you just rally, you make the tackle. Even if it's a pass, anything more than 5 yards from the first down marker is a win.
And we've seen Osborne run himself. Active pass, sets, throws to the right sideline, and this one is incomplete, intended for Bartram at the 40-yard line, but that one was well defended by Ethan Krause, and the ball kind of thrown a little bit too much air under it there, Sam. It really took a while to get there.
That's right. They locked on their receivers right away, and if you couldn't zip it in there, it wasn't going to be there. Good stand by Shawnee.
Luke Anderson is back there along with Cone. Fitzpatrick will be punting it. The kick. Fair catch called for by Cone. Takes it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. So Shawnee with possession, an opportunity to take the lead. Just the start of this 2nd quarter of play here from Shawnee. Let's see if Cherokee here, Sam, has made some adjustments based on what Shawnee was able to do so effectively in that last drive.
It's going to be hard because what exactly do you adjust to? The inside run, the outside run, the quarterback run, the sprint out, the throwback. They had it everywhere. So the only thing that Cherokee can really do is bring pressure and try and disrupt their offense.
Kind of pick your poison, right?
Pretty much.
Wellesley with a snap. Hands off to Rebstock off the right side, but there's nothing there at all. He's dumped before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Lost a couple of yards there, so good penetration there, able to meet him in the hole.
Yeah, and it disrupted before, right after it was handed off. Now, Shawnee, one of these next 2 plays is going to have to do a draw, screen, something to alleviate that pressure.
Trips to the left side on a 2nd and 12. Quick throw to the left side is complete with a blocker in front across the 20 to the 22-yard line. That was Luke Anderson on the reception.
Yep, little quick screen, bubble screen.
Set it up nicely with that blocker in front of him so he could take advantage of that quick pitch to the left flat. Now brings up 3rd down and 6.
Which gives you many more plays to choose from. So just that screen right there, it didn't look like a big play, but open up the playbook right here. Your playbook's wide open.
Wellesley, the left-handed junior quarterback. Low snap, rolling to his right, now back the other way, able to get it tossed to the left side to Ribstock, and then he is hit out of bounds. That's going to cost him 15 yards as he was well out of bounds.
You know what? He was out of bounds, but that was closer than the reaction suggests because he kept going, and he was certainly out of bounds, but that was tough.
Well, I've always said it's really difficult when a player is kind of running toward the ball carrier, and then all of a sudden the ball carrier is out of bounds, and it's difficult to pull up, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to play the game, you got to learn how to do it, right? But that wasn't a blatant
late hit out of bounds against the Chiefs.
But nonetheless, it's a 15-yard walk-off and also a 1st down. Ball moved to the 39-yard line. Go ahead.
Let's not forget the athletic play the quarterback made right there for that to even happen. I mean, you kind of glossed over that, but that was excellent play.
Wellesley takes the snap, gives off to Ribstock left side, across the 40 to the 42, 43-yard line. Well, you can see why Coach Glatt said, hey, he's elusive. He is. Very slippery.
Yep. This will be the second drive he single-handedly saved. That last one with the touchdown and that 3rd down play that was on his way to a punt.
And the thing is, I guess it's kind of frustrating for the defensive linemen. They get that penetration. They look like they have him wrapped up, and all of a sudden he's sprinting out to the right or the left, and he's finding receivers. Or he takes it himself.
Yep. A change of fortune, let me tell you.
Slot formation to the left side. 2nd down and 7. Wellesley with the snap. He's going to take it himself. Dips now across the 45-yard line to the 46-yard line. Almost looked like he was dipping to the right, going to go there, and then all of a sudden cut back to his left after he found the opening.
Yeah, that's their anti-blitz play. They're like, okay, you want to come on the outside? We're just going to come up underneath you. That's what the dip was for, and that's to try and stop Shawnee from coming. That's what that play was for.
Manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 3 from their own 46-yard line. Slot formation to the right side. Somerville to the left. Wellesley with the give up the middle. 1st down and more across the midfield line to the 48-yard line of Cherokee.
Thomas Redstock on the carry.
Redstock gets the call. He's their main ball carrier, and he can run it.
So what a difference time on the field makes from last week to this week. That last drive plus the length of this drive is starting to wear down that D line right now, because instead of getting hit the line and getting 1 and 2, they're getting 1st downs. They're getting pushed back right here. If they don't make a play in the backfield, it's 5 yards.
At the 49-yard line of Cherokee, Wellesley takes the snap. Quick pitch to the right side. This one is off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That was Ian Van Steeg. Ball appeared to be there. Don't know if he just took his eyes off it or was a little bit off, but he just couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, that was a good call. It was a good ball. That was a drop by the wideout.
Luke Anderson checks in. Dean Bilos will come to the sideline on a 2nd down and 10 from the 49-yard line of Cherokee. Set up in a slot formation to the right side. Now time called by Shawnee. 7:22 left till halftime. We're all knotted at 7. Cibo by Iliano is a family-owned Italian restaurant at Merchants Way in Marlton. They serve great pizza, but Cibo isn't an everyday pizzeria. They're a full upscale takeout restaurant. At Cibo, They take into consideration your ever so hectic schedule with one goal in mind: to provide you with quality Italian dining at home, at work, or on the go. Ask about how they can help make your next event memorable with their catering options. Call SIBO 856-574-4963 or order online at SIBObyEliano.com. So they didn't like something there, Sam. They had to call the timeout.
Yeah, it's at this point the way to keep this drive going. It's smart not to take a risk and keep it safe.
Both teams back on the field now with a 2nd down and 10 from the 49-yard line of Cherokee. Slot to the right side. Wellesley takes the snap. Rebstock breaks a tackle, looking to pull free but cannot do so as he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a half a yard, but that's about all.
I mean, it's one of two plays. It's in the backfield or they're getting pushed back 5. I mean, that means they're getting penetration and it works out, which is in the backfield, or they're getting penetration, they're getting trapped or run under, which is 5 yards. So it's, live by the sword, die by the sword right now.
Give him a half a yard. 3rd down, we'll still call it 10 for the Renegades. Trips to the right side.
Let's see if they throw this back.
Van Steek with a snap. He's grabbed. He again is able to break free. Throws on the run, and this one is incomplete. It's headed for Somerville at the 36-yard line, but there to make contact and knock it out of his hands was Tyler Bartram. Again, going for the 6'5 senior, but unable to connect.
Excellent job of Wellesley. We would expect that Somerville would bring that down. I mean, that was a lot to do to get there and shrug the defender off and flip your hips around and fire it downfield. You got to make that play.
And this time they will punt the football. Avery Cohn will boot it. Birdie back to receive it. The kick bounces down at the 20, and they're looking to get it before it gets into the end zone. Did they? Let's see. No, they did not.
What if they would have left it alone? They would have been just fine, which is hilarious. Great effort, though.
So come out to the 20-yard line for Cherokee. Interesting, because the rules are different, I think, in high school and college than they are in the pro as far as downing the ball. I think you can still be in the end zone with your feet as long as the ball's outside. I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but in the pros you can't. You can't have any part of your body in the end zone.
Oddly enough, I know for some reason I know the college rule better than the high school one, which is odd, but you can be in the end zone. As long as the ball doesn't cross the line, you're good to go. And I'm assuming that's the same for high school. I'm not sure exactly, but in the pros, you can't even.
No. So Cherokee now has the football. 6:13 left till halftime. 7-7, the Chiefs and the Renegades. Bartram in motion. Osborne with a give to Boria. Boria up the middle to the 29-yard line. Excellent run. Picks up the 1st down. Going to give him the 30.
I mean, you can't even play off action. You can't play action off of that yet because you're getting 9 and 10 yards. So you're only left with, are we going to be smart and keep running it, or are we going to try and be cute and do something different? So we'll see what they stick with.
Bartram and Birdie switch positions. 1st down from the 30. Osborne looking. Got Osborne on the carry. Let's see.
That looked like.
No, that was Bartram. Bartram with the direct snap and on the carry.
So this is their wildcat here.
Picks up 3 yards, tackled by Jarvis. Second down and 7. From the 32. Osborne, quick toss over the middle is complete to Bartram. Breaks a tackle, still free, inside the midfield line. And he's finally corralled at the 43-yard line. Just a quick toss right over the middle.
I think that was the wing or tight end position I was speaking about earlier, the pop pass where you run off that play. I mean, the linebackers are right there because they're still not reacting to the run well. I would have held on to that play, but that was a courageous catch and a heck of a run afterwards.
So the first down and then some for Bartram. Slot formation to the right side from the 43-yard line of Shawnee. Here's Boria. He's stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. May have gotten a half a yard, but had nowhere to run. Again, Jarvis at the bottom of that pile.
Boria on the carry for Cherokee, brought down by number 69, Mike Jarvis, along with number 25, Dean Violet.
You're going to hear his name a lot, Jarvis. Half a yard advance, we'll call it second down and 10, still from the 43-yard line. Here's Boria again. Boria spits up the middle, inside the 30-yard line to the 28-yard line. Again, first down and then some, pick up a 13 or 14 to the 27-yard line.
We just had a conversation this weekend after watching the your Eagles and your Giants game about running the script and running a play over until they stop it. I mean, sometimes you can outsmart yourself if you're like, all right, well, this worked, let's go to that. Sometimes you run it again until they stop it.
Trips to the right side, a slot to the left, empty backfield for Osborne. Osborne looking, fires deep to the left side, and this one is incomplete. Intended for Bartram.
4 by Bartram is incomplete. Broken up by number 25, Dean Violet.
Just get a little more air on that. It would have been perfect.
Vilas defending on the play. Great protection there from Cherokee with the empty backfield.
I mean, it's great that they're going for that, but they have time, and I'm just.
Again, the empty backfield, trips to the right, slot to the left for the Chiefs.
This is a quarterback draw formation here.
Osborne communicating with his receivers, and now timeout is going to be called, or is that a delay of game? Delay game.
Yep.
We had a delay of game penalty against the Chiefs.
You can't get out of character for even a team as good as Cherokee. You got to stick with what you're doing, so the timing and everybody's comfortable, and you keep moving forward.
Ball will be spotted at the 32-yard line.
Moved outside the 30 to the 32-yard line. Second down and 15 for the Chiefs. Clock is put back in motion, but it's almost as if they are taking a timeout, even though they didn't take a timeout.
Right.
Or I guess they did take a timeout. Officially, it is a timeout. 3:17 left in the first half of play. Shawnee and Cherokee all tied up at 7. At Rastelli Market Fresh, they are driven by a passion for great food. Food you can feel good about eating, good about buying, and good about serving to your family. At their family market, Rastelli's #1 priority is high quality and fresh products, as well as your favorite brands at prices you will love. Check out all of their fresh offerings, from meat, seafood, produce, and delicatessen to wine and spirits, bakery, prepared foods, and more at Rastelli Market Fresh in Marlton and Medford. They hope you'll enjoy their products and offerings as much as they enjoy bringing them to you. So the situation here, 3:17 left in this first half of play. Shawnee and Cherokee, nothing to choose between the two. They're all tied at 7. Second down and 15. Slot formation to the left side for the Chiefs. Bartram in motion to the right side. Boria again up the middle. Boria inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon Boria on the carry for Cherokee.
That's almost considered a win for Shawnee against Boria because he's just been rattling off 10-yard, 13-yard runs.
They brought him down to 9. I just don't know why they don't keep doing that, especially with the safeties. 7 yards from the ball.
Here's Osborne. Osborne rolling to his left, throws over the middle. Opora makes the catch inside the 20 at the 19-yard line, but he's still going to be short of the first down by a couple. And now 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 4th and 2.
All right, a little pace, change of pace.
Timeout.
Good idea.
Called by Shawnee.
3rd and final timeout of the first half.
So they want to make sure they get things together defensively because this is a big, big play and a big drive. Would give Cherokee the lead, and also they receive the second half kickoff as well, does Shawnee. So got to know what you're doing on defense. The Mark McKenna team has nearly 3 decades of experience in Burlington and Camden counties with 12 licensed team members. Technology and personal service has made the Mark McKenna team the top producing group in the region. They have always called Marlton home. Mark McKenna team has more than 700 5-star reviews on Zillow and is succeeding safely at the highest level throughout the pandemic. Be sure to visit markmckennateam.com and call Mark at 856-983-0704 for any of your real estate needs. 4th and 2.
Power I. Off tackle.
Osborne wants to check it out one more time. Under center. The toss goes to Boria. Cuts inside. Hit right at the sticks. Probably has it. He does.
So you get in that lineup quickly. You get to give a false cadence. The coaches get to see how the defense is lined up. Then you can call the perfect play for at least that 2 or 3 yard gain.
17-yard line.
First down at the 17-yard line of Shawnee. Approaching 2 minutes left in this first half. 7-7. Empty backfield, trips left, slot to the right. Osborne sets, fires to the right corner of the end zone, and this one is too far off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That was Bartram.
Osborne's pass is incomplete. Intended for number 4, Ty Bartram. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Versteeg was defending on the play.
What he did was, even though he was a step behind him, he forced that quarterback to put some air under it, which caused it to go further than what he wanted. So he wasn't locked on him like a glove, but he still was an effective defense.
2nd down at the 17. Clock stopped off the incompletion. Slot to the left side. Give to Boria up the middle. Boria inside the 15 to the 12.
Boria on the carry against the Cherokee. Good for a gain of 4.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
So this is that play you've been practicing all year that you haven't run in the game yet, and this is the time we run it, guys.
Slot formation to the left side. Birdie split to the right. Bartram peels off to the right side. Now sets, but there's an illegal procedure or a false start call against Cherokee.
False start. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they're making mistakes I haven't seen. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you run something you don't always run.
But Sam, some people say when you get down inside the red zone, it just becomes so much more compressed. You really don't have as many options as far as what you can run. Now they're getting a little bit more room where they can actually maneuver a little bit better than in the close space of inside the red zone. So I don't know if that's going to pay off for them or not, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, that usually benefits a pass-heavy team with a quarterback with a strong arm.
This one intended over the middle for Bartram, but knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th and 11.
So now 4th and 11. Does Fitzpatrick come on to attempt? Looks like he is. Ball going to be placed down at the 25-yard line. Osborne to hold it. It will be a 35-yard attempt. The angle slightly, that is, to the right. Snap and the boot.
That's a nice
It is
kick.
good.
Yep.
Field goal attempt is good by number 93, Michael Fitzpatrick.
So Fitzpatrick from 35. "35-yard field goal makes it 10-7, and the clock continued to run after the kick was.
Yeah, that's a far kick.
But they do lead it 10-7, and he has a strong leg. I mean, we've seen him put it into the end zone on the kickoffs on a number of occasions, so not a surprise for him to be able to hit it from 35.
Yeah, that puts added pressure on the other team when you know we don't have to get into the end zone to get some points. So that's a big relief for Cherokee.
Just 44 seconds left. I don't know if they're going to reset the clock, and they do reset it to 55 seconds. So a lot of time ran off the clock. After that, field goal was good, but they caught it, and they now reset it to 55 seconds.
I mean, outside of a big return or a big yardage gain on the first down, you got to believe Shawnee would be happy to go in 10-7 to halftime.
So here's Fitzpatrick again with a kick high, not very deep. And it's taken by Cone at the 15-yard line, looking to swing to his right to the 21-yard line. That's where the Renegades will set up shop. The last thing they want to do here, Sam, as you just chronicled, is to do something stupid, do something risky, and give it right back to Cherokee.
Yeah, you do a safe running play, or even a safe, if you have a safe passing play. If you get some yards, then you kind of rethink what you're doing. If not, you go in 10-7 saying, let's get ready for the second half.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that if they said, hey, you're going to go in 10-7 and a half, would you accept it? Would you take it? They say all day long.
All
right?
day.
Come out on the spread, though. Slot formation to the left side. Let's see how they play it here. This one's going to be to Rebstock off the right side. A loss of a couple. It's almost as if he was gingerly running there, just almost saying, I don't want to cough this one up here.
They all go out of bounds, right?
Loss of a couple. Down to 25 seconds remaining. They probably will not have to run another play. They trail it now 10-7 off the 35-yard field goal by Fitzpatrick. They do run another play. Straight up the middle to the 21-22-yard line, and that will do it. So that's the end of the first half of play. From Shawnee, Cherokee on top of the Renegades by the score of 10-7. We'll be back in just a moment, right after these words.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey. Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
All right, back here at Shawnee, both teams have returned to the field as we get set for half number 2, with Cherokee leading it by the count of 10-7, the first real competitive game we've seen this season. As we mentioned in the pregame, they have outscored their opponents 114-14, but not so here today, as Shawnee has been able to move the football and has played relatively good defense as well. So I think that it's probably a good game for both teams, because obviously Shawnee wants to get off their winless streak and Cherokee wants to be challenged, because you don't want to just go through a season rolling over every team.
Yeah, they're being challenged to their surprise, not only, emotionally because you're close rivals, but they're physically getting challenged, getting hit back in the mouth too. So it should be interesting to see what, if any, adjustments they made at half, because sometimes you can just do more of what's working for you, and other times you need to change your strategy. And I don't think any team right now needs any kind of major changes.
Scoring in the first half, Osborne hitting Birdie for a 26-yard touchdown. Point after was good. Also in the first quarter, Wellesley to Anderson for a touchdown. Point after also good. That tied it up 7-7. That's where it stayed for most of the first half, but then with just 55 seconds left in the first half, Fitzpatrick connecting on a 35-yard field goal. That's where we are right now, 10-7, Cherokee on top. They will receive the second half kickoff, as they won the toss to start this game, but as is the case in many instances, they deferred, and they will receive it to start this second half. Going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments both coaches made at halftime. Of course, Boria has had another very good first half, especially running between the tackles. Cherokee on the field, set to receive it. Opara and Boria back to receive this kickoff. Oliver Stern will be booting it away when they get on the field. And I've often said, and I'm sure that you've seen this many times as well, Sam, but that first drive of the third quarter, so important, whether it be football or basketball. You come out after halftime, and it's important to try to establish what you want to do and be successful.
It's just amazing how far that goes. I mean, it can go through the third quarter, and late into the game until people start their 2-minute drives. But it establishes what you're going to do this entire half.
So Stern will kick it off from his own 40-yard line.
Number 94, Oliver Stern.
Pooch kick.
Bounces down at the 25-yard line. It's taken by Boria. Boria finds room, spins away across the 40-yard line to the 43, 44-yard line. Shawnee says he fumbled the football. We've got it, so no indication as of yet that there was a fumble or a recovery.
I need to take a look back at the earlier kickoffs because he was definitely within 5 feet of the ball, and I wonder if that was a tell.
So Cherokee will start off in excellent field position at their own 43-yard line, and as we just saw, Boria just has an innate ability to be able to shed tacklers and is extremely quick on whether it be running from scrimmage or returning kicks. Bartram peels to the left side. Osborne with a give to Boria off left guard. Picks up a couple to the 44-yard line.
Boria on the carry for.
Interesting, they're running right at Jarvis.
Number 40, Cole Catalano.
True. Well, I guess there's some conflicting strategy. Some coaches will say, well, if there's an outstanding player on the other team, we want to go right at him, and others say, no, we want to run away from him. It depends, I guess, on how much speed he has as to what you want to do. Here's the toss to Boria. Looking to sweep the left side. Nothing there at all. Brought down by Somerville, but there's a flag immediately thrown in there. Holding's the call against Cherokee. So to add insult to injury on the great stop by Somerville, the question is, are they going to accept this penalty?
Oh yeah, they're gonna push him back.
But
back to your run at him or run away from him. The debate really starts with, do you have the horses to do either one? I mean,
yeah.
If you don't, you run away because let him go side to side all he wants. If you have somebody that can at least occupy him and you can run by him, that changes the argument.
Second down at 18 for Cherokee. Here's Osborne. Osborne throwing to the left side. That's incomplete.
He's misfired on that out and up all day.
Intended for Boria. Looked like he had a little happy feet there in the backfield. He might have felt some pressure, but he got good protection, but was moving the feet before he let fly.
Yeah, he's definitely a downfield, fade seam type passer. Those flats and rail patterns are tough for him to connect to.
Big play here for both teams, but especially for the Shawnee defense at a 3rd and 18. Here's Boria off the left side. Boria to the 40-yard line, but not even close to the first down. Playing it conservative there was Cherokee.
Brings up 4th and long.
They're gonna learn and get back to the run, and pass when you need to. They got a little out of their comfort zone right there.
Luke Anderson back there along with Cohn to receive it. Fitzpatrick to kick from his own 25-yard line. The snap, and here's the kick. High but short. Bounces down, high in the air, and it gets a Shawnee roll at the end. It's going to be marked at the 37-yard line. So relatively good field position for the Renegades as they have the football for the first time here in the second half, trailing it 10-7. So the defense does the job, stopping them, and of course got that holding penalty, which helped out.
Yeah, a little. It's on the cusp of a momentum change here. If they can get a first down or two, they can seize the moment.
Wellesley, the quarterback, very elusive as we've seen in this first half with a snap to the left side. The give to Rebstock. Rebstock across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So good gain on first down of 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Definitely good game. Hit it and got what was there.
Thing that's been impressive about Wellesley, as both coaches talked about him, is he's very elusive, and if you don't wrap him up, he's going to escape. Has that spin move where if you don't wrap him up, he's spinning away and getting out to the flat and able to throw the football.
And then he gets his head back up, like you said, and finds receivers. So that's some good awareness there.
They give right side, but nothing's there at all. Going to be thrown for a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards.
Rebstock on the carry for Shawnee.
Again, Rebstock on the carry, but this time Cherokee able to string it out. He had no ability to cut it back and plant the foot as he's done on many occasions.
Again, Jarvis is the left guard, and they ran to the right, and they lost yardage. They ran to the left, and they got 5 yards.
3rd down and a long 8 from the 39. Wellesley gets good protection. Now it breaks down, able to elude another man, cuts back to his right, spins away again. He is so elusive and slippery, but not this time at the 36-yard line.
Better be careful with that ball. He's slinging it around a little bit.
So he's able to escape 2 or 3 tacklers, but in the end, he was dumped for a 2-yard loss. That's going to bring up 4th and 14 from the 35-yard line. So both teams' defense stiffen with the initial drive. They will now punt the football. Avery Cohn to do the honors from his own 22-yard line. The kick bounces down at the 32. Birdie's going to let it roll inside the 30. Going to be down to the 28-yard line.
He's down at the Cherokee 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chiefs.
So both defenses doing their job. Don't know if that has something to do with any adjustments they made at halftime, but obviously neither able to pick up a first down.
Right. I think Cherokee went off script a little bit, and Shawnee, the last drive, didn't play to their strengths.
At the 27-yard line, Cherokee with the football one more time. Trips to the left side, slot to the right, empty backfield for the Chiefs. Leading at 10-7. Osborne with the snap. Osborne setting up. Osborne is hit, and he's going to be dumped. Ball is out.
That
Yep, recovered by Shawnee.
Quarterback sack and forced fumble by number 12, Nate Sutherland.
So they went no backs, and when you have blitzers coming from the outside and no backs, the actual person to pick that blitz up is the quarterback, because he's going to see where he comes from. He needs to throw it right underneath him. They came right off the left-hand side, and he needs to get rid of the ball as fast as possible. It's a different game plan for the second half, and I'm not sure why.
So the ball is going to be marked inside the 20. Call it the 17-yard line. Great opportunity here for the Renegades. Trailing at 10-7. The snap. Wellesley escapes. Throws on the run to the right sideline. This one is incomplete. Dropped by the intended receiver.
Wellesley pass intended for number 15, University, is incomplete.
Man, he has some good instincts to avoid all these hits. I haven't seen a single quarterback avoid so many tackles for loss in the game in a while.
Many times he gets the good protection initially, but then it breaks down and he's got to improvise.
All right.
And he's been able to do that very effectively. 2nd down and 10 from the 17. The snap. Throwing to the left side. This one is caught for the touchdown. Somerville on the reception.
Nice protection, nice ball. Excellent catch.
Touchdown pass from number 5, Matt Weldon, and number 12, Nate Somerville.
Shawnee takes the lead 13-7. The 14th point, and he does. So Shawnee now up 14-10, cashing in on the fumble by Cherokee. Our local title insurance and settlement services agency, Foundation Title, is proud to be a sponsor of Cherokee football. Whether you're purchasing your first home or refinancing your mortgage, Foundation Title is here to help you every step of the way. With an experienced staff of over 180 employees, they're focused on providing customers with excellent service while ensuring secure, timely, and accurate transactions. With 12 offices located throughout the state of New Jersey, you're never far from the expertise of Foundation Title. If you're purchasing a property, be sure to use New Jersey's #1 title agency, Foundation Title. Follow them on social media and visit their website, foundationtitle.com today. Foundation Title, something to build on. New experience here for Cherokee, Sam. They've never trailed this season.
Oh, how about that? That was an excellent play. I mean, that was more of a great execution by Shawnee than a fault by Cherokee. That was just a nicely delivered ball. Great play caller.
Oliver Stern doesn't take much of a lead up to kicking off, just a few steps. Again, the pooch to the left side, right side, I should say, and it's taken by Boria. Boria has room. Hit at the 40-yard line, and again, Shawnee says, we got the football, and no indication that there was a fumble. Let's see what the officials are saying. As you can see, Shawnee is saying, come on, guys, give us the football.
The linesman looks like he's pointing there.
And they do! So back-to-back fumbles, both recovered by Shawnee, and they will have the football at the 40-yard line of Cherokee. That one coughed up by Boria. Some heavy hitting going on down there, and
who coughed up the other one?
I think it was Osborne, the quarterback?
Ball is spotted at the
Not sure.
Cherokee 40-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Renegades.
Shawnee with the football, leading it 14-10, looking for more on back-to-back fumbles. They give off the right side to Rebstock, but he goes nowhere. Hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Stop with Rebstock on the carry for Shawnee. Stop for no gain.
All right, this is a crucial, with as much time as these drives have taken, this is a crucial drive. If Cherokee holds them from scoring, then it's just back to business as usual. If they somehow get some more points, it changes the whole dynamic.
Trips to the right side for Shawnee on a 2nd and 10 from the 40 of Cherokee. Quick throw to the right side. This one is complete. Anderson able to elude the initial tackler, but able to drive forward for a few more yards to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 4 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Renegades on top 14-10. 6:18 left in the 3rd.
You have to make Shawnee get this first down or attempt to get the first down without using Somerville.
Kraus checks in for Shawnee. If they do not make it here, again, Tim Gashu will have a decision to make. Will they go on 4th? 3rd and 6. Now timeout called by Shawnee. With 5:51 left in the third, Shawnee on top of Cherokee by the count of 14-10. Evesham Mortgage is your hometown leader, committed to finding you the right mortgage product for your needs. Evesham Mortgage offers a full menu of mortgage options because they understand that every borrower is different. With more than 50 years in the business, they make the process of securing a mortgage simple and straightforward. Visit eveshammortgage.com or call their trained professionals at 856-985-9944 to lock in your savings. Evesham Mortgage in Plaza 70 on East Route 70 in Marlton, preparing you for generations to come. So the question is, will the brain trust of Shawnee set this up for two plays already to be called? The first one on third down, the second one on fourth down. They kind of coordinate with each other.
They're not punting. I mean, unless you get a, tackle for loss that gets back to the 50 area. This is definitely 4-down territory. Now Somerville's in the slot. Oh.
And now a whistle and a marker. False start.
He was excited, so that tells you something different was coming right there.
Okay, 5-yard penalty.
Yes. They named a show after what just happened. It was called Curb Your Enthusiasm. Because, right? Yeah. If you know what the play is and you think it's coming your way, sometimes you get a little jumpy.
Mm-hmm.
Double slot formation. Wellesley sets. Wellesley rush out to the left. Eludes a man. Throws deep to Somerville. Incomplete. No. Phillips defending on the play.
Wellesley's pass is
all right, so that's confusing because that was a heck of a throw. He has an arm, which he didn't demonstrate earlier in the game. So
brings up 4th and 12 for the Renegades.
Interesting.
Yeah, one of the plays we saw him execute to perfection in the game against Hamilton in the semifinals, or the bowl game as they called it last year up at Rutgers, was a flea flicker. Hands it to the running back throws it back to him, and he hits Somerville for a touchdown down the field. So he showed a good arm on that play, and it was very similar to what you saw right there as they decide to punt the football here, and they're going to make Cherokee go the long field.
At least they're lined up in punt formation.
That's right.
But yeah, that was a tight spiral, turned it over. That was a nice ball.
Snap and the kick. Line drive. Bounces at the 10 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So unable to execute what they really would want, and that is to pin them deep in their own territory. So they'll start off at their own 20-yard line.
So, they changed the field 20 yards. Maybe these new football metrics would have said, go for it.
Right.
Asking a high school player to pin it inside the 20. It's tough.
But I talked to Coach Galatz, he always says ball security is so important, and they've committed turnovers, fumbles back-to-back to give straight up the middle. Nothing there at all for Borean. Jarvis was there.
Yeah, I got to believe they're setting something up, because I need to start doing a hit chart, because between the left side and the right side, it's a complete difference in terms of yardage.
Give him a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 from the 21. Osborne with the snap. Throws deep down the center of the field, and this one is caught at the 47-yard line, advancing to the 42-yard line.
All right, they're going to give him the catch.
To number 4, Ty Bartram.
Bartram makes the reception.
42-yard line.
Oh, somebody's down here.
Cherokee player is down and come out to attend to him, but he hit him perfectly in stride there, Sam. It was
The degree of difficulty for the over-the-shoulder catch was a 9.5.
14-10. Shawnee on top, but Cherokee completing the long play to the 42-yard line. Cibo by Iliano is a family-owned Italian restaurant at Merchants Way in Malton. They serve great pizza, but Cibo isn't an everyday pizzeria. They're a full upscale takeout restaurant. At Cibo, they take into consideration your ever so hectic schedule with one goal in mind: to provide you with quality Italian dining at home, at work, or on the go. Ask about how they can help make your next event memorable with their catering options. Call Cibo 856-574-4963 or order online at cibobailiano.com. "47-yard hookup. Osborne to Bartram. Of course, those are the kinds of big plays that Coach Gashu said we got to eliminate. Phillips, the injured player, seems to be okay.
It was good to see the hustle, because when he dropped that ball, his teammate was around him trying to help him out, and that's a sign of a good team right there.
Correction, that's Opara. Walking off under his own power, the ball is going to be placed down at the 42-yard line of Shawnee.
42.5-yard line. First and 10 to the Chiefs.
Clock put back in motion. Trips to the left side. The toss to Boria. Boria past the line of scrimmage to the 37. Picks up 5 on first down.
Boria on the carry for Cherokee, stopped by number 33, Josh Palouse.
Maybe stick with at least the next 3 or 4 plays. Some quick hitting runs or even a quick hitting pass here.
2nd down and 5. From the 37 of Shawnee, Bartram peels to the left side. Again, they give to Boria left side. Not much there. Pickup of 1 maybe. But you could see the defense line of Shawnee kind of moving the offensive line and just not letting him any room to run.
Yeah, I see what they're doing now. They're going underneath. They're letting drivers get upfield and they're coming right underneath them. But the linebackers are filling.
Trips to the right side. Shawnee nearly jumps. 3rd and 4.
Wasn't set.
Osborne to the right side. Is this one complete or incomplete? It is incomplete. Hit the turf. That was intended for Bartram, so incomplete. That brings up 4th down and 4 for the Chiefs. Huge play for both teams here. Trips to the right side. 4th and 4. Osborne sets. Osborne, the quick pitch to the right side, is complete at the 31-yard line. Has the first down and more. Stays on his feet. He's to the 20-yard line. Inside the 20 to the 19. Bartram makes the reception. We've seen him do that a couple times here this evening, where he makes the reception and then lots of yards after the catch.
Yeah, got those are the 1-2 yards. You know, he doesn't want to go down. He wants to get there.
They're going to place it down right at the 20-yard line of Shawnee. So big play there for the Chiefs, able to continue this drive, keep it going. Bartram now in motion to the right side. Boria gets the call. Boria hit at the line of scrimmage, able to stumble forward for maybe a yard.
They are so primed for a naked boot off of that play. The quarterback turns his back to the line of scrimmage, and they all close down on that dive action. He could sprint out and walk into the end zone.
Pete Fowl zone at the bottom of that pile on the stop. Give him a yard from the 19, 2nd and 9. Double slot formation. Osborne sets, throws over the middle. It's knocked down and nearly intercepted. Deflected
Osborne's pass is deflected and almost intercepted.
That was foul zone, the closest one to it.
Tony, you didn't take the bait. I was talking about the naked bootleg from the quarterback from the Giants yesterday. He stumped the turf monster, got him.
Yeah. You could see him struggling. I think his legs were getting a little tired there at the end of that 80-yard run. Not used to running that fast, that far, and the turf monster did get him.
Yep.
Third down.
He's there to pick up the blitz. See how they moved it back over? And he didn't do it, but
had to get rid of it quickly, and this one is caught for the touchdown by Bartram with the one-hand stab.
Touchdown, Cherokee.
It's a heck of a play.
Cherokee touchdown pass.
Ryan Muller was defending, but a great toss by Osborne led him just perfectly, but the catch even better.
I mean, the shame of it is they added it back to the right-hand side to pick up that blitz that caused the fumble last time. And he didn't do it, but he still was able to lay the ball exactly where it needed to be. See, Cherokee did not panic. The defense stopped them, and they stayed with their game plan.
Now back on top, 17-14 with 2:08 that is left in the third. At Rastelli Market Fresh, they are driven by a passion for great food. Food you can feel good about eating, good about buying, and good about serving to your family. At their family market, Rastelli's #1 priority is high quality and fresh products, as well as your favorite brands at prices you will love. Check out all of their fresh offerings from meat, seafood, produce, and delicatessen to wine and spirits, bakery, prepared foods, and more. At Rastelli Market Fresh in Marlton and Deptford, they hope you'll enjoy their products and offerings as much as they enjoy bringing them to you. Impressive drive there by the Chiefs. Go back on top, 17-14. Fitzpatrick to kick it. Taken at the 7-yard line. To the right side, across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Thomas Rebstock on the kick return to Shawnee after the 26
Rebstock on the return. Shawnee with the football, trailing it now 17-14.
Now, the only adjustment Cherokee can make on defense is when they're putting pressure on the QB to make sure the ends, whoever's responsible for contain, stays out there. So the QB doesn't have all day to run around and make these fantastic plays he's been making all day. That will be an effective adjustment.
Matt Wellesley, the junior quarterback, the left-hander. Quick pitch to the right side is complete.
Ian received on the reception to Shawnee.
Dumped immediately.
Good play, good arm. Hit him right as he turned out for the ball, for the pattern.
6 yards on first down.
We have a wide split down here.
Off the left side, the give to the 34-yard line. Milos, I should say, with the carry. Short of the first down. Bartram having trouble standing up on his 2 feet, so they're going to call timeout and come out to attend to him. 1:12 left in the third. He's back up on his feet now. 17-14, Cherokee on top. Mark McKenna team has nearly 3 decades of experience in Burlington and Camden counties, 12 licensed team members. Technology and personal service have made the Mark McKenna team the top producing group in the region. They've always called Marlton their home. The Mark McKenna team has more than 700 5-star reviews on Zillow and is succeeding safely at the highest level throughout the pandemic. Be sure to visit MarkMcKennaTeam.com and call Mark at 856-983-0704 for any of your real estate needs. So still attending to Bartram. He was down, he got up, and then couldn't really make it off the field, so they're out there attending to him. 3rd down and 9 will be the situation for Shawnee when gingerly walking off the field is Bartram.
It's 3rd and 1 for the Renegades.
3rd and a yard for Shawnee. Wellesley's going to take it himself. Has room across the 40 to the 42, 43-yard line, so more than enough for the first down.
I was wondering when they're going to start doing that. As elusive as he is, I mean, run him, you know.
First down at the 43-yard line for Shawnee. Slot to the right. The give up the middle. Rebstock gets the call, picks up 5 on first down.
Good for a gain of 5 yards.
All right, last time Shawnee had a drive like this, they did a great job of mixing up the calls. Inside, outside, run pass.
Again, the give to Rebstock. This time, Powers off left guard inside the midfield line to the 49-yard line of Cherokee.
And that brings us to the end of the third
And that's the end of the third quarter of play. So after 3 quarters, Cherokee on top, 17-14.
Those last 2 plays on the left side, right?
We'll be back.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden's for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement.
Shawnee with the football and a first down at the 49-yard line of Cherokee, trailing at 17-14 as we begin the 4th and final quarter. Wellesley takes the snap. Off play action, tosses to the right side. This one is complete. Anderson making the reception at the 43-yard line of Cherokee. So conservative kind of hook-up play right there to Anderson, but a good advance on first down, pick up 6.
It's a good call. I mean, they have to go through the receiver to break it up. So it's a completion or interference. In worst case scenario, it's just an incomplete pass.
Rebstock to the 40-yard line before he stood up and thrown back. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Renegades. The market at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 1.
So you say, try and get the first and keep moving. If you think you have an advantage somewhere, you can take a shot, but if not, just go straight ahead and get the first.
There's Wellesley again as he finds room to the 34-yard line. And he just seems to be able to recognize where the hole is and then pick it and then take off.
It sure does. And I think they saved running him to the second half, it looks like. So Cherokee couldn't make an adjustment.
At the 34-yard line, the Renegades keep the drive alive, picking up the first down on the Wellesley run. Slot formation to the right side. Quick toss over the middle. This one is, let's see, did he caught it? No, he did not catch it. Couldn't hang on. Then Versteeg, I should say, had it, but then lost it.
It was nice delivery of the ball. Wellesley's putting it on the money. I mean, it was on his back shoulder, but it's catchable.
So 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line of Cherokee.
I'm looking at the movement of Cherokee's D-line right now. They seem to be a little bit winded. Don't be surprised to see something pop from running.
Wellesley rolling left. Has room, throws on the run. To the left sideline, is that a completion? Incomplete, intended for Somerville along the left sideline. That brings up 3rd down and 10. Couple of big plays coming up here for Shawnee, down 17-14. Trips to the right side.
Decoy.
Wellesley going to step up. Has lots of room. Going to take it himself. Jukes one man. He's got the first down, and he's running out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Quarterback keeper. Skipper Shawnee, first down.
Able to step over a tackler who was going shoe top, and he just would not go down and picked up the first down.
Yeah, he's putting the team on his shoulders right now, showing everything he has.
Wise decision, though, by Wellesley, as that left side just opened up.
Yep. Well, because of the formation there, the trips to the right, which is clearly a decoy, but, you know, you have to adjust to it.
At the 20-yard line of Cherokee. The give to the left side. Rebstock pounding. They're going to mark it at the 15-yard line. So they're getting these 5-yard runs on first down. That's really setting them up for pretty much anything they want to do on 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, the coaches are keeping that offense ahead of the count. I mean, they're unrestricted in what they can do. They have the quarterback runs, the off-tackle runs, the quick-hitting passes, the formations that allow you to shift over. It's a good mix right now.
Staying ahead of the sticks. 2nd and 5. Rebstock again off the left side. This time a minimal gain. Picks up 1. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 14.
And shuffling in these backs, I mean, you know, they're relatively fresh.
Bilas checks in and Rebstock to the sideline. He's been busy. 3rd and 4 from the 14. Wellesley rolling to his left. Has room again. Going to take it himself. Inside the 10 to the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown.
Shawnee touchdown carry by number 5, Matt Wellesley.
They unleashed him in the second half. The young man's a killer. They unleashed him.
Well, during the first half, he was doing most of his damage eluding the rush on the passes, able to spin away. But here, some design plays. Don't know if that was a design play, but it sure looked like one. The point after was good.
Yeah, clearly. I was wondering the whole first half. I'm like, why are they not running this guy? But, you know, here's why.
Yeah, sometimes you do that. You just want to save those plays for when you really need them, and he's come through big time. Our local title insurance and settlement services agency, Foundation Title, is proud to be a sponsor of Cherokee football. Whether you're purchasing your first home or refinancing your mortgage, Foundation Title is here to help you every step of the way. With an experienced staff of over 180 employees, they are focused on providing customers with excellent service while ensuring secure, timely, and accurate transactions. With 12 offices located throughout the state of New Jersey, you're never far from the expertise of Foundation Title. If you're purchasing a property, be sure to use New Jersey's #1 title agency, Foundation Title. Follow them on social media and visit their website, foundationtitle.com, today. Foundation Title, something to build on. 8:51 left in this ball game, 21-17 as Shawnee goes back on top. It's kind of been seesaw here in the second half.
Yeah, well, it's time to see if the Cherokee can respond. Starts with this kick. All eyes on the ball. He's going to pooch it. They're always pooching it to the Shawnee sideline.
Obador and Boria back to receive it. They're standing at their own 15-yard line. Don't know if it's going to get that far. They kick, angling to the right side. Opora comes up at the 28-yard line. Opora across the 35-yard line, and then he's shoved back. Cherokee will have the football at their own 37-yard line, trailing it now 21-17.
Tackled by number 9, Donovan Johnston.
That's Opara who is down. He was injured earlier, you remember.
Yeah. Nope. There's nothing serious.
So this is what happens when you have these district games, games between district rivals. Cherokee coming in looking like a steamroller as they have outscored their opponents 114-14. They've had running clocks in all three of their victories, and on the other end you've got Shawnee who have yet to win, and they've been turning the ball over left and right. They did turn it over in the first half, but it's really been Cherokee making the mistakes, back-to-back fumbles in this second half that one of them led to a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean it's a change of fortunes. I mean that you're gonna switch. You're gonna even out the turnover margin at some point. But if you notice on the past few kickoffs, especially with the pooch kickoffs, what typically happens on a deep kickoff is you're gonna run 10, 15, 20 yards before you engage your man. So with the pooch kickoffs, you have the returner running the ball before his blockers are able to engage the man. You have much higher intensity contact. That's why you have the fumbles and the injuries in the past too. I mean, if they're going to keep pooching it, you have to tell your return man to get on the blocks earlier because he's just getting hit at full speed. And you can see the last two ones, that's what happens. And that's one of the ways you can counteract the pooch kick.
Still attending to him. Coming up next week, it'll be Cherokee and Seneca at Cherokee, and then they end the season with what could be one of the big games of this season at Lenape.
Oh, there you go. Cherokee needs to take care of business right here first and give themselves one good drive. Although, I'll tell you what, with Wellesley on your team, you're never out of it.
So Opara is up, slowly walking off the field. Currently, Prime Events Online Top 25. Lenape is #1, Williamstown #2, and Cherokee ranked #3 in South Jersey. So Cherokee with the football, 8:45 left. Plenty of time in this fourth quarter. They now trail at 21-17. And one thing to keep in mind is Fitzpatrick, very good field goal kicker, but that's not going to do any good now because they're trailing it by 4.
Yep.
Osborne takes the snap. Boria with the call off the right side. Picks up 6 on first down.
That's all they need to pick up. You keep doing that. You stay with it. You don't need a 40-yard run.
Cherokee, tackled by number 13, Ethan Krause.
Second down.
Gain of 6 on the play.
And 4. At their own 44. Trips to the left side for the Chiefs.
This is where they keep coming off the corner. All right.
Here's Boria. Boria is going to be hit in the backfield and dumped. And guess who?
Boria on the carry, stop by number 69, Mike Garvin.
That's a tough ask right there.
verbally committed to Wisconsin. Tough to block, really.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Chiefs.
It's bewildering. You got 6 yards straight ahead and you run sideways.
Now 3rd and 9. Osborne, quick pitch to the right side. This one is complete to Boria. Boria cuts upfield, and Boria's going to pick up the first down. And that was all Boria, because it didn't look when he caught the football that he was going to be able to pick up the first down, but his quickness showed up big time.
Yeah, he just outran the angle of pursuit. He got the ball and it got to full speed immediately. So he just ran around him. So that's just, an excellent play by him. Much like we see with Wilson.
First down now at the 49-yard line, their own 49. Hightower's also in the ball game now, replacing Opara. Lines up in the slot to the left side. Osborne sets. Osborne being rushed. Osborne throws deep to the right side. This one is incomplete.
Osborne's pass is incomplete.
You want to see those plays completed, and that's a drop. The quarterback under pressure, put the ball on the outside shoulder where he needed it.
That was Birdie, the intended receiver. Sure-handed throughout this season. Second down and 10.
So they took their shot. Now, get back on schedule. Get your 46-yard play right here.
Trips to the left side. Here's Birdie. I checked that. I should say Boria. Just a couple. Actually, they're going to give him, they're going to give him a couple to the 49-yard line of Shawnee.
Boria on the carry, stopped by number 69, Mike Jarvis, along with number 12, Nate Somerville.
Combination of Somerville and Jarvis.
3rd and 8 for the Chiefs.
On the stop. 3rd down and 8.
So there's a lot of talking. Let's see if it's a screen or something different here.
Trips to the left side for the Chiefs.
Officials counting.
Whistle, stop play.
We got timeout started for Cherokee.
Cherokee going to want to talk it over on a 3rd and 8, trailing at 21-17. Evesham Mortgage is your hometown leader, committed to finding you the right mortgage product for your needs. Evesham Mortgage offers a full menu of mortgage options because they understand that every borrower is different. With more than 50 years in the business, they make the process of securing a mortgage simple and straightforward. Visit eveshammortgage.com or call their trained professionals at 856-985-9944 to lock in your savings. Evesham Mortgage in Plaza 70 on East Route 70 in Marlton, preparing you for generations to come. 6:28 left in the ball game, 21-17. Shawnee leads it, and Cherokee wanted to talk things over, make sure that they have the right play called right here.
Yep.
Because you don't know if they're going to be willing to go for it on 4th at the 49-yard line of Shawnee if they do not get it here.
There's no guarantee they'll get the ball back, so.
Osborne sets. Osborne throws deep down the center of the field, but overthrows his intended receiver. That was intended for Phillips.
Brings up 4th and 8 for the Chiefs.
It appears they're going to punt the football. 6:22 now left. Situations like this, though, is, Sam, you got to be careful because there could be a fake here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the timeouts left. Is it 2 each?
Low snap. It's Patrick with a good kick. Taken to the 10-yard line, eluding one tackler, and yet another. Continuing to drive. That's Cohn. Still on his feet to the left side. Cohn at the 20-yard line, finally corralled and dumped.
Put a mark on that tackle because if Cherokee's able to stop him here, that tackle made the difference.
Those are the kinds of plays when you look at it sometimes when they're really struggling to get that extra yardage. That's when you see fumbles sometimes because it's just putting out so much effort and straining to pick up those extra yards and break tackles. Sometimes the ball comes out. Not there.
Happens all the time. And if he would have broken that tackle, he may have made it to the 50, if not any further. But that would have changed the whole dynamic because even if you don't score or run the clock out, you're punting, you're backing them all the way up. Cherokee needs to be aggressive here.
They give. Right side now cutting back. Still on his feet. Breaks out in the clear. He's got one man to beat along the right sideline. Into Cherokee territory, and he's grabbed at the 33-yard line and knocked down. What an effort there by Ribstock.
There's a flag on the play, but he was smart enough to stay in bounds.
And it's holding against Shawnee.
Which gives you another first down and all that time off the clock. So
great run there by Ribstock. He disappeared. Looked like he was buried, but he just popped out the other side.
You know what Shawnee has done to Cherokee that other teams haven't is match their energy. Match their effort individually and as a team.
Penalty is holding against the Renegades.
Going to cost him 10 yards. Going to be placed down right at the 15-yard line. They need the 28. Wellesley takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Eludes one tackler, holds on to that football as he protects it.
Matt Wellesley on the quarterback keeper.
Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. But the clock continues to run.
Yeah, they may take a timeout. They stop him again.
Second down and 13. Just wonder how aggressive Coach Cashew is going to be here because the ball's still deep in their own territory. You don't want to make a mistake here if you're Shawnee.
Yeah, there's no reason to do anything out of the ordinary.
Wellesley rolling left, being chased. Could have taken himself. Is he going to throw the football? He does throw the football and out of bounds. Smart move there as he avoided the rush. He avoided taking the sack. But what he did do, Sam, is he threw an incompletion.
Which
stops the clock.
And there's a flag. Was he holding? Yeah, that there was holding.
Penalty will be holding against the Renegades.
So another holding call against the Renegades, kind of self-destructing here. Back-to-back holds.
Which I'm not sure you take right now. Let me see. Is that second down or third down?
I think it'll be third down if they do not take it.
Then you have to take it.
Ball moved back inside the 10-yard line to the 7. So here, if they're able to stop him, they're going to, you figure, going to get excellent field position on the punt.
Yeah, that was, if the ball's going to go in the air at all, you can screen them, or slant.
Wellesley's standing just outside the goal line as he takes it himself. Up the middle, picks up 4 or 5 yards. But still, it's going to leave them with a third down. Third and at least 14, 15 is what they call it officially.
I mean, if you think about it, these two holding calls, they got those two downs over and they got a running clock.
So what will Tim Gashew call here? 3rd and 15.
All right, is this the decoy trips again? Let's see what they do.
Long count. Wellesley, protection, spins away, sets.
Does he take a safety?
He's hit at the goal line, and let's see if they do call it a safety. They do not.
Actually, they'd have been better off with a safety.
Kind of plays it down to the 1.
Now you have to go for this punt block if you're Cherokee.
Quarterback sack at the 1-yard line. Brings up 4th and long for Renegades.
So that time his scrambling and elusive abilities didn't serve him well as he was knocked down right at the 1-yard line. So they got to be careful here because, as you said, Sam, they really don't have the normal drop for the punter. Only going to have, 10 yards?
All right, they, I don't know why it wasn't a sprint out. I can see because he has, maneuverability, can get around, do something. Cherokee's coming at you. That was a big ask.
We got a penalty marker down. Will be delay of game against the Renegades.
A delay of game penalty is going to cost them a half a yard, if that.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
.313 left.
And it's going to be max protection, so you're worried about protecting, so your coverage is not going to be that well. So if you even get the ball off, you got a returner that can run, you're immediately in field goal range, which doesn't mean anything. And you're right there for a score.
Cone will be kicking, gets the kick away. Going to be taken by Birdie at the 37-yard line. Angling to his left, there's a marker on the field, and he's run out of bounds. Right around the 25-yard line, but I believe this is going to go against the Chiefs.
Yes, it's going to be holding or blocking the back. I'm not sure which. Holding, yeah. On the other returner, Phillips.
Plenty of time for Cherokee to get this done.
Yeah, they still have 2 timeouts, 3 minutes. Even with 3 minutes, they don't have to go far from their game
Penalty
plan.
is holding against the Chiefs. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So that does change things a bit.
Yeah.
And considering where they punted the football from, you couldn't ask for much more than what they got. Of course, the penalty helps out. They're going to put the football down at the 41-yard line of Shawnee.
That was an excellent punt to be a tight punt out of the end zone. That was at least, with the penalty, 35 yards.
And you would think that Cherokee, in a deal situation, doesn't want to score real quick here if they score, because then they're going to give Shawnee the opportunity to come back as well.
Yeah, I mean, that is a possibility, but I think they'll take a score anywhere they can get right now.
Osborne
all they have is
throwing deep to the right side. This one's picked off along the right sideline and knocked down at the 27-yard line. Avery Cohen with the pick.
Couldn't get it out, Tony. All they have is vertical patterns, and you didn't want to go away from your.
The ball is spotted at the 27-yard line. It'll be
So they'll have the football now with Shawnee, and you got to figure that Cherokee's going to start using those timeouts.
Yeah, they can get the ball back too. They can get the ball back again.
See how quickly they start using them, because if Shawnee is able to pick up a first down, that's going to go a long way to ensuring they're going to come away with the W. Wellesley up the middle, picks up 2, 3.
Matt Wellesley on the quarterback keeper. Good for a gain of 3.
So they're going to try and run it down to the 10-second clock, and the official will start raising his hand. I don't know if the camera will get that, but he's right in front of the home sideline. And once he starts raising his hand, he has a red wristband on his right hand. He'll start counting off, and then the quarterback will run the play.
2:20 left. He starts the countdown. And Wellesley again.
Time.
Matt Wellesley on the quarterback keeper.
Just under 2 minutes now, 1:59 left.
Timeout charge for Cherokee.
Cherokee calls timeout. They trail at 21-17. Cibo by Iliano is a family-owned Italian restaurant at Merchants Way in Marlton. They serve great pizza, but Cibo isn't an everyday pizzeria. They're a full, upscale takeout restaurant. At Cibo, they take into consideration your ever-so-hectic schedule with one goal in mind: to provide you with quality Italian dining at home, at work, or on the go. Ask about how they can help make your next event memorable with their catering options. Call Cibo 856-574-4963 or order online at cibobyiliano.com. Well, I've been very conservative on the first two plays, just having Wellesley run the football, not want to even risk handing it off, it seems.
It's fine. That's what you do. They have to be careful with what they do here, because they can't just do a simple sneak again, because they'll have almost 2 minutes. Cherokee will have almost 2 minutes, so not having a timeout won't matter that much. If they're going to do something to threaten the first or to take more time off the clock, then Shawnee's in a better situation.
3rd down and 8. Rolling right, Wellesley looking to throw on the run. This one's to Somerville.
It's out of bounds.
He is out of bounds. That time did extend that 6'5" frame to make the reception, but just couldn't get at least 1 foot down inbounds. That's going to bring up 4th down and another punting situation, but a little different situation here. Rather than punting from their own 1 foot line, they're going to be kicking.
Yeah, I thought that sprint out, he was going to hold on to it and just get 3 to 5 yards and he'd keep the clock running. You couldn't gift Cherokee a better play than that. Quick hitting outside, stop the clock.
1:54 remaining.
And they have their timeout left. They're about to get a delayed game. Let's see how much time is left.
Avery Cohn will kick it from his 21-yard line. Snap, the kick. Birdie calls for the fair catch at the 44-yard line of Cherokee.
Okay, here we go.
1 minute, 49 seconds left in this football game. Shawnee on top, 21-17 over previously unbeaten Cherokee. See what the Chiefs can do here. Shawnee defense, for the most part, has played well in this football game, especially Mike Jarvis. Osborne, quick pitch to the left side, incomplete. And was it intercepted? No, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Number 18, Nicholas Carrigan.
Tell you what, I don't know how the protection is. They are primed and ready for a pump and go, hit and go, hitch and go, slant and go.
Center receiver was Carrigan for the Chiefs.
You get a running play to get it within 6 yards. You run a hitch and go because you're going to go for it on 4th down anyway.
2nd and 10, double slot formation for Osborne with a snap. Off play action, throws deep down the center of the field, and this one is caught.
The seams are open with no free safety. I mean, you can't keep doing that. You can spike it right here if they're smart. If you get lined up, guys, you can spike it for the change of set.
Bowley on the reception?
You know I didn't see.
Nonetheless, the ball is inside the 25-yard line at the 22. Osborne, quick throw to the right side. This one is complete to the 15-yard line.
Got a minute 18, all the time in the world.
team out of Para.
Opara back in the ball game made that reception. So
keep the hurry up. Shawnee should probably call time, but you keep the hurry up going. There they go. They should probably call time.
Timeout. 1:04 left. 21-17. Cherokee down, but driving and threatening. At Rastelli Market Fresh, they're driven by a passion for great food. Food you can feel good about eating, good about buying, good about serving to your family. At their family market, Rastelli's #1 priority is high quality and fresh products, as well as your favorite brands at prices you will love. Check out all of their fresh offerings, from meat, seafood, produce, and delicatessen to wine and spirits, bakery, prepared foods, and more. At Rastelli Market Fresh in Marlton and Medford, they hope you'll enjoy their products and offerings as much as they enjoy bringing it to you. .104 left. Cherokee still has the timeout in their pocket.
Get the rush up. A nice draw. You have them spread out. A nice draw would work right here.
Double slot formation. Osborne, the give off the right side to Boria. Boria to the 10-yard line. Falls forward inside the 10 to the 9.
Boria on the carry for Cherokee. Stop by number 12, Dave Somerville.
First down and goal.
Ball will be spotted at the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Chiefs.
Double slot. A give again. Here's Boria for the goal line and for the touchdown.
Excellent. Good. Oh, smart yourself. Let's hit it.
Touchdown Chiefs.
Shawnee's going to get the ball. Depending on the kick, if it's a squib or...
Number 28, Brandon Boria.
Fitzpatrick now to kick it. 23-21.
To make them at least, with the completed point after touchdown, Shawnee has to at least get a field goal to tie. Touchdown to win.
Fitzpatrick with the kick, and it is good.
Good. Number 93, Michael Fitzpatrick.
So Cherokee shows why they are undefeated this season as they come back after falling behind 21-17, and they take the lead 24-21, and as you mentioned, still 45 and a half seconds left, but it's going to be difficult for Shawnee to maneuver down the field in such a short amount of time, but anything's possible.
Well, here's Shawnee's next play. Wellesley. Wellesley's going to do something that you cannot defend. Now, whether it's successful or not, I can't tell you, but that's their best bet.
Fitzpatrick to kick it away. See what he's going to do here.
No, I would have squibbed it. You're taking time off.
It's it deep.
He actually is running it. You can't run it out.
Can't run it out of the end zone in high school football. Rebstock makes the catch, but they'll start from their own 20-yard line.
Give them anything they want, as long as it's not deep. Cover 4. They can throw the outs all day.
I think they ran about 0.3 of a second off the clock, even though it wasn't.
It was never in place. I'm not sure how that happened, yeah.
So Shawnee with the football, trailing it now 24-21.
Are we going to fix it now?
Officials coming over to talk to the sideline of Shawnee. Haven't seen anything to indicate they want to put some time back on the clock, but
I think you tell the coaches to tell the other coaches up top to tell the timer. There you go. All right.
so Wellesley with a chance. Empty backfield. The snap. Rolling to his left under pressure. Sets. Continues. And he's knocked down at the 15-yard line.
So they have one more timeout.
Quarterback sack by number 3, Michael Muckenstern.
What? Why would it take that long to call it?
Michael Muckenstern makes the tackle, and Shawnee takes the timeout. I believe that's going to be their final timeout. Just 31.6 seconds left now. There aren't too many plays to have in your arsenal for this particular situation.
No, but you don't go for the Hail Mary. You go to get to the 50, spike it, then you can maybe, run a play from there. Or even run it to the 45, 50, then run it to the 30 and go for the field goal if your kicker's that strong. But you don't have to go for everything right now. Even, it doesn't sound like a lot of time, but 31 seconds on a spike is enough time.
They have the football at their own 15-yard line.
So
Wellesley.
Three-man rush.
Had protection, now it breaks down. He's going to throw it to the left sideline, overshoots his intended receiver. Incomplete. Cone was the intended receiver, but this has been the case on a number of occasions where he's gotten the initial good protection but just can't find anybody. And then it breaks down, and then he's got to try to scramble out.
And you would think with just a three-man rush that 5 offensive linemen can block him, but these guys are really hustling. When we talked about matching their energy, Cherokee responded. Now it's time to see if Shawnee's going to turn up another level.
The snap. Wellesley sets, throws deep down the center of the field. This one is going to be caught. It is caught at the 40-yard line. That was Ian Versteeg.
There's your first play to the 50. Now just get to the 30. Just get to the 30. All right, you got your spike. Get to the 30, and then you can go for it. Go for the score. You don't have to go for it this play.
Interesting because Versteeg has had a few drops in this game, but right there, wow, what a reception that was with the defender right there.
It's one thing if you beat whatever. The defender was in position, and it's one of those small details of football. You say you're not going for the interception. I know you want the glory, I know you want the stats, but that's a great time just to knock it down. I mean, heck, even the pass interference is better than that.
Well, Shawnee with some life. Empty backfield, trips to the left side, slot to the right for Wellesley.
Why are there not two people on?
Wellesley going to throw it deep down the left sideline. Throws it up there for Somerville.
Why are there not two people on him? You should have a guy pressing up the line of scrimmage and a guy on top.
Incomplete. 5.4 seconds left now. So with that amount of time, they really don't have much of a choice as to what they're going to do here, right?
Because they went for it all rather than, get down to the 30 like we mentioned earlier. But they boxed themselves in this corner.
Likelihood is they don't have enough time to do something quick where they hit somebody along the sideline and then get out of bounds.
We have a timeout, Cherokee.
So this time Cherokee calls timeout.
That's
Why would they do that?
To make sure the guys know, don't go for the interception, knock it down. Don't pull on the receiver's shoulders so you get a pass interference call with no time left, all right? And then don't jump for offsides, to move them closer. So you got all the little nitpicky things you remind them of.
So 5.4 seconds left in this football game. Shawnee down 24-21 to Cherokee.
Tell you what, you asked for a good game, and boy, do you get it. 5 seconds left, and it's still not decided. Who's going to get this? That's great. This is great.
Yeah, those are the kind you like to come and see, and you like to call. At the 41-yard line of Cherokee, Shawnee with one last gasp in this game.
You still got the big guys in. I'd put little guys in there and rush the quarterback before he could even get it off.
Here's the snap. Being rushed is Wellesley, giving chase, pulling free.
Hold
Wellesley along the left sideline. He's going to finally let fly, and this one is going to be incomplete. And that's going to do it. That is going to do it.
That's a heck of a game.
Cherokee comes back to knock off Shawnee on the road 24-21 to remain unbeaten. Great game by both teams here at Shawnee. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
So the final score, Cherokee coming back to stay undefeated 24-21. But Sam, that was a great game. We just had someone pop in here from Shawnee and said they wouldn't be 0-4 if they played every game like that, and they did play very well.
I mean, to have a team that came into this game 0-3 with a bunch of turnovers and, self-destructive mistakes, and to put together a game like that, it's just, it's remarkable. It's just a heck of a game. And then Cherokee got tested every which way they could. Everything they did well, Shawnee matched. Every weakness they had, Shawnee took advantage of. I mean, whatever team that could have won this game, you can make an excuse why they would have won. So hats off to Cherokee, because how hard is it to come in undefeated and face your rival and then, show up and stand up and score at the end of the game. I mean, they did what they needed to do, and that's a testament to their coaching and those players. But Shawnee has nothing to hang his head about right now. I mean, we were talking about the undefeated, teams, winless teams. I mean, it might be the best 0-4 team I've ever seen, at least in high school.
Yeah, and of course, they're not going to have state tournament play this year. They're going to have a little bit of a tournament at the end of the season where teams are put into a little module where there's 4 teams, and the first two teams play, and then they play for the winner of the first games will play the second game, but it's no real state tournament, so they can I think this is kind of a litmus test for them. Now, look, guys, we played against one of the best teams in South Jersey, and we gave them all they can handle. Mm-hmm. So going forward, this could give them a lot of confidence. And look, if you play this way the rest of the way, a couple games still left, you can turn the season around to at least make it a respectable season, even though you're 0-4.
I mean, you can be the spoiler for someone else. I mean, that is the greatest thing. If you are not having the season you want, spoil someone else's season, because they watch the tape. They need to be concerned about something. I mean, there's players up and down their roster, and there's the offense and the calling, and the defense showed up, and they have players signing with D1 teams. I mean, they have what it takes to be good.
Cherokee football is brought to you in part by the Mark McKenna team, with nearly 3 decades of experience in Burlington and Camden counties, with 12 licensed team members. Cherokee football is brought to you in part by Evesham Mortgage, your hometown leader, committed to finding you the right mortgage product for your needs. Also brought to you in part by Foundation Title, with 12 locations in New Jersey, the state's #1 title agency. This Cherokee football game produced by Prime Events and South Jersey Sports Talk. The executive producers are Dean McCaskey and Tom Williams. For complete coverage of high school football, visit primeevents.net. Of course, also like to thank the crew from Sports Fan Base Network, Sean Kelly, the producer, and Dave Roberts on the camera. So once again, from Shawnee, Cherokee comes back to stay undefeated, knocking off Shawnee 24-21. Sam Jenkins, this is Tony Blum. Hope you enjoyed it. So long for now.
See you.